So let's go to Raw. They open up with the what's their name? The Judgment Day comes out, and they cut a pretty good promo. They're all in the ring. Dom got massive heat.
Right.
Priest told the crowd to rise for the greatest luchador in the history of the business, Dominic Mysterio. Dom said he proved all of his doubters wrong by pinning Styles clean in the middle of the ring and claimed he's won because he's built differently. Dom boasted that he's this generation's Eddie Guerrero. That got massive heat from the crowd.
Right.
Dom corrected himself and said that Eddie Guerrero is his generation's Dominic Mysterio. So then AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson show up. And Styles told Dom that there to become a time he can't hide behind Judgment Day. And basically they have words. And Finn and Carl Anderson have words. And they basically challenge each other to a fight. So they clear the ring and a referee comes in. They have a match. And Finn Balor beats him in 17 minutes and 15 seconds. Bro, this is like almost like a 30-minute segment to open the show. They didn't need that long of a match for this. But, there's a lot of chicanery going on outside. But basically, Ripley low-blowed Anderson because that's a key element. She low-blowed him. And then Balor pinned him. So what'd you think of the segment?
Yeah, this was real good. You can see Dominic getting confident every week. They give him great heel material to work with, and he delivers it. Anderson is a fundamentally sound, so it was a good logical match. It's already the first match in. We already have interference and distraction, and that will be a running theme during this show.
Right. So next is Gargano backstage. He has his whistle in his hand. It's got so Miz showed up and wanted to know what Gargano thinks he knows because he's basically saying, "I know what happened with you and Loomis." Miz like, "What do you think you know?" And Gargano told Miz to tell the truth. Miz acted like there was no history between him and Loomis. Then said he's going to the ring to speak the truth. So Miz comes to the ring and said Loomis couldn't stand it when he shared his expertise with Tommaso Ciampa rather than him. Miz said Ciampa is his best friend. He misses him. Miz said anyone with that information on the whereabouts of Ciampa should let him know via social media. And Johnny Gargano walked down and said, "You're full of." So he's not missing. He just texted him. And Gargano said Ciampa's injured. And said Miz just needs to tell the truth if he want to be finished with him and Loomis. And Gargano threatened to blow the whistle. The crowd actually popped on this. R-Truth comes out and sang his entry song. Gargano should look surprised. R-Truth come out and basically is well, why do they make Truth sound like he's an idiot? Because he comes out and says, did he not want him to tell the truth? Like he's telling
because that's been his persona for 15 years, yeah.
But basically, they've exchanged that this turns into a match. Miz gets distracted. R-Truth pins him, and after the match, there was a mystery man at ringside that distracted Miz, and it was Gargano, who's like about a foot shorter than Loomis, and like Miz was supposed to think the guy in the hood was Loomis. He got distracted and he lost his. I don't know. This show to me is like we're doing in rings and then working. This is like going back to the old formula of Raw, which I was not a fan of. What do you think of this?
Well, I understand Triple H likes working with Gargano, and I have nothing against Gargano personally, but way too much Gargano on this show, as you'll see later on. He's not that entertaining. They try to make him like he's funny, like Zayn or Owen, and he's not. And Truth was good here. It's good to see him every now and then. Another distraction finish. I love this one. I love when Cena when Killings did the Cena signature moves, and one of the commentator actually says, this is an homage or something like that to Cena, who Killing grew up idolizing. Bro, Ron is like 5 years older than Cena and broke into the business before him, so how could he grow up idolizing Cena? This is a very bizarre statement, but go ahead.
Kathy Kelly conducted a sit-down interview with Candice LeRae. I don't care about this.
Well, let me tell you what's kind of wrong. Well, go ahead.
Well, so Damage Control shows up and busts the interview. And LeRae said Kai is untrustworthy and Sky is spiteful and Bayley still isn't the Raw Women's Champion. And Bayley pointed out that LeRae didn't have any friends nearby, and Bayley shoved the camera and fell to the ground. Then a bunch of commotion could be heard. Got any comment on this?
Yeah, Damage Control, much like Gargano, much like Mustafa Ali, feel like people that are trying to stuff down your throat. Here was a good chance to find out about Candice LeRae, give her some depth, some character development. She didn't even get a few words out, and here came the boring Damage Control coming out again, being brutal as usual. I don't know if they resonate with young girls or what the deal is, but they are not entertaining.
Elias found Riddle playing his bongo drums backstage and said he wanted to clear the air after what happened last week. Elias said he's a serious artist, has a long history of being interrupted and disrespected, and Elias said he knows Riddle and Ezekiel were close, so he's going to let it slide this one time, and Riddle said he's been hitting the bongo all week and then played the bongo drums. Alpha Academy showed up and they had words, and basically Elias challenged Gable to meet him in the ring. And Gable said Otis eats pieces of like Elias for breakfast. And Riddle pointed out the obvious. This didn't make it to Hulu, so I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was not much. Yeah.
Austin Theory against Mustafa Ali. Like I said on the mailbag, we talked about this. I was going to change a channel until Seth comes out. His entrance, he's wearing a loud yellow outfit. But he goes on commentary, and basically he carried the segment because Seth is going out there and trying to put Ali over. Because in the commentaries, like, all they did was talk about him and stuff, and Austin Theory beats him. But on a distraction again, because Rollins entered the ring and distracted Ali. And after the match, Rollins attacked Ali and dumped him in the timekeeper's area and told him to stay down. Basically, he beat him up and he's heading to the back. But as he's heading back through the curtain, Ali comes dove on him out of nowhere, and Rollins ran and ended up running Rollins into the video wall, and then Rollins ran away. What do you think of this?
Seth was really good here. Mm-hmm. I love this Prince Matador outfit. Another distraction. 3 matches, 3 distractions. I'm not buying Mustafa and Seth. I just feel he's being forced down our throat.
Well, they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying.
Yeah, but he's not ready for that position, bro. He's not interesting.
The Miz accused Johnny Gargano of deceiving him backstage. Gargano said Miz has been deceiving everyone, and Miz stormed away. Then JBL and Corbin showed up, and they had words, and they challenged him for a match later in the show. Not much there.
Is this the one where he ran into JBL?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Bro, here's Gargano again trying to be funny, but he's not. I think they thought he was funny in NXT with Austin Theory. I really didn't. I don't understand why he told JBL he was wearing MC Hammer pants, because when JBL walked into the ring, I was expecting him to wear some, pants that looked like that. And he was wearing a suit, bro. So stupid line.
Yeah. So then we go to Elias versus Chad Gable. This did not make it to Hulu, so I didn't see this, but basically they have a 9-minute match, and Elias hits a big boot and a neck break for the win, but after the match, Otis and Gable are working him over, and Riddle makes a save.
Bro, let me tell you, Elias, and did you see this match?
No, it didn't make it to Hulu.
Okay, people were number one not into this. Elias seems flat, stale. I don't like whatever they're doing with him and Riddle. This is the only clean finish on the show. Then afterwards, they did do an aftermath where they beat him down. I think you missed the MVP thing too with Omos and the 3
Oh, the 4, yeah. Omos beat up. Omos had a handicap match against four guys and beat them all up. So
right, same. We're always watching, not entertaining. MVP as usual, good on the mic.
Right. Well, the thing is showing you is like they're hiding the fact that Omos cannot have a competitive back and forth match that looks good, so he just beats people up. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, like it's
kind of boring.
It is boring, but they're protecting his weakness. So
yeah.
So they're doing a funny bit where Carl Anderson is on the training table with an ice pack on his balls. AJ told Luke Gallows they have a woman problem. Gallows said Rhea's a weakness, and everyone knows he's the best with the woman would handle it. So then JBL comes in the ring and hypes the match. They go back to the thing where basically Gallows said he was going to go take care of Rhea, but he comes back and he got kicked in the too. So basically, Rhea's just like kicking everybody in the right now. So I guess it's a story they're telling. This is a weird show, bro. And I'm not like they got a lot of weird matchups or angles they're going into, and it's kind of like I'm not that much of a fan of this stuff, to be honest with you. Baron Corbin against Johnny Gargano, 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Corbin beats him. This was the thing. So Gargano goes and stands on the announcer table at the end. And he looks down at JBL's hat. JBL's hat is literally within arm's reach of JBL. JBL does not grab his hat and put it on his head. He stands there and watches Gargano grab his hat, puts it on his head, act like a cowboy, and then he went and jumped off the table leapt off the table to give him a tornado DDT. So they throws him in the ring, and JBL trips him while the referee's checking on Corbin. Then Corbin hits the end of days. Another distraction finish. And the spot with the cowboy hat was very, very, very silly, in my opinion. What'd you think?
Again, too much Gargano. Again, him trying to be funny, and he wasn't. That with the hat was super JoJo. This was another good promo by JBL. He's good delivery, good presence, good verbiage. He's good on commentary. Bro, it took you 15 minutes to beat a guy half your size. To me, he should be running through everybody. This has been kind of Last week, I forgot who he beat, and it took him forever to beat him too. He should be running through people. As much as JBL puts him over, he should be running through people, and he's not.
Right. Backstage, Miz gave Gargano a get well card for backstage, Bianca Belair cuts a promo for a match against Bayley coming up. It's a non-title match, by the way. The main event is a non-title match for the woman with the women's champion.
Right.
So you already know what the finish is going to be. Backstage, Miz gave Johnny Gargano a get well card for Candice LeRae and said he and Maurice really hope she gets better because she got beat up by the girls, right? Then Miz invited Gargano to sit down and talk like a reasonable man, and Gargano told him the only reasonable thing for Miz to do is tell the truth. Gargano said he would do it next week if Miz did not, and Gargano opened the card and said it wasn't signed. He also said Miz is rich, he should have put some money in it. That was a funny line. I thought
that was about it. But way too much Gargano. Is there an UGG emoji, Joe?
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Affix it to that. Just too much Gargano all over the show, bro, and trying to be funny, and he's not. But
okay, so Bayley wrestles Bianca, the longest match in the history of matches, it seemed like. Near the end, Belair stuffed a rose plant attempt, whatever that move is. And Belair hoisted up Bayley, hit the KOD. Belair went for the cover, but the referee was down at ringside, and a mystery woman, who used to be Nikki Ash, was now Nikki Cross, attacked Belair and ran to ringside. A second referee ran out and counted the pin. So Bayley beat Bianca Belair, and after the match, Nikki Cross, who has a new look to where nobody knew who she was. There's no way anybody knew who that was, right? Because the last time we saw her, she was in the superhero outfit, right? So this looked like just some random girl coming in the ring, but the announcers were putting her over.
And that's how it was filmed, too.
Right. The announcers were putting her over because they knew who he was, but there's no way the live crowd, maybe 10% of them knew who this was. But then she attacked Bayley, too. And everybody said that the announcer said Graves referred to Nikki Ash as Nikki Cross and said she's on Raw and she's a problem for everyone. This show was not good, and it didn't do good numbers. 16,000 down to 200,000 from the week before.
Okay, let me tell you this. I was reading online, a lot of people like this match. I'm not one of them. This was way too long. It had like 3 commercial breaks, bro.
Right.
Bayley used to be one of my favorites. She feels just like Elias, flat and stale. Bro, they did a very, very low number. This should not have been the main event. Women have main evented too many shows where they don't deliver. So why do they continue to do this? I don't know why. Another distraction finish. Nikki thing to me comes off as whack. She's really small and goofy to take seriously, but she is physically, for being such a little bite-sized little wrestler. I did not like this Raw. This is the first one in a while that I can say that about, but I did not like this Raw.
And there was and you were not in the.
They had a really low number at the end too.
Yeah, you're not in the minority. Everybody was kind of saying this was the worst Raw of the Paul Levesque era.
Well,
and it's like, bro, they're
not all going to be home runs, so you can't.
It's unusual why they're giving like so many talents like so much airtime in multiple segments that aren't. That I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like Gargano, Dakota Kai, and that crew, they're all getting like massive airtime, and it's like, dude, if you want to do numbers, you need to give more airtime to Riddle. You need to give more airtime to the Judgment Day. Why the Judgment Day got a half hour at the beginning of the show? But yeah, like you need to go back to the well with the characters on the show that you need to do we need to see Riddle multiple times. We need to see Rollins multiple times. We don't need to see Gargano in 4 segments. We don't need to see Dakota Kai and them in 3. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you agree with that?
Right.
I'd like to see more Judgment Day too.
Yeah. Well, they're getting over good. That's a good angle. So more dominant.
You don't want to overdo it. When something's good, you don't want to overdo it.
It's funny.
They're there enough.
I tweeted when somebody said when Dominic had the promo, he tweeted that someone put out the tweet where he cut the promo and said, "Is this generation's Eddie Guerrero?" I quote tweeted and put, "I agree."
Yes.
Bro, what percentage of the replies you think thought I was serious?
85%.
No, not that much, but like 25 to 30.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, wrestling fans are such easy marks. But that's been our WWE TV reviews.
Enjoy the rest of the show. Boom.